soon-to-come-out movie, Woman Thou Art Loosed on the Seventh Day.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And this is an AMC independent movie that's going to be hitting AMC theaters on April 13th. And Sharon, thanks for coming out to talk to us.
Thank you. It's so good to be here and exciting that it's AMC that's going to be at the helm of all of this and helping us launch.
Yeah, no, we're very excited to have it. I guess my first question for you is, tell us a little bit about your character.
Okay.
Because this is kind of a different project for you, is it, as far as the
Yeah.
tone of the film?
Absolutely, yeah. It was a heavy film, but it's a thriller, and it sort of centers around my character and Blair Underwood's character, David and Carrie Ames, and we have our daughter has been abducted, and so throughout the movie you're just on this sort of high alert, looking for the child, and a lot of the backstory of our relationship. A lot of secrets come out, but it's fast-paced and a pretty cool movie. It keeps you on your toes.
What was it about the project that initially attracted you to it?
Well, as an actress, I think it definitely tackles some pretty serious subject matter. So, the concept, obviously, of being a mother and having your child taken away, and then conquering your demons and all of those things, and under the Bishop T.D. Jakes brand. But what I loved, and I think I can speak for Blair as well, is that it doesn't sort of preach to you about how to handle things. It's not too heavy-handed with the faith stuff. It really gives you a compelling story and then sends really great messages and themes that I think audience members are looking for and definitely can relate to.
Well, speaking of Blair, what was it like working with him? Because he's such a great actor. He's done so many roles. That had to have been pretty exciting.
It is. I mean, he's a consummate professional. I worked with him years ago on a short-lived television show on NBC, and we promised each other that there'd be something that we would do down the line. So it was a very exciting prospect to work with him again, and so intensely on this film. He's spectacular. I mean, he pours everything he has into every single role that he plays, and I think he's exceptional in this movie, and we definitely have great chemistry. Not hard to have chemistry with Mr. Blair Underwood. A little difficult.
Because it's a thriller, is it stressful to always kind of maintain that sort of tension on set all the time?
Well, I think, George, like you said, this is a sort of a departure from things I've done before. I've never had such an intense role, and you carry it with you. There's really no way to sort of get away from roles that you play that are so heavy that they just stay in your subconscious even if you try to go out. We were in New Orleans. We tried to take moments to enjoy the music and just being in this great place, and but it sits with you because the subject matter is that heavy and that profound. So I've never worked so hard emotionally. It's definitely draining. I had to kind of shake myself out of it every night. Yeah.
Well, New Orleans is a great place to go ahead and let loose when you had such a hard day, and that's actually one of my favorite cities.
Absolutely. That was definitely a perk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how was it shooting down there?
It was fantastic. I mean, we did have some of the worst heat I've ever experienced in my life because it was in the dead of summer, and that humidity, and there were times when I walked out. I mean, I think when I first arrived, I was near the French Quarter, and I thought, I'll go take a walk, just check out. 10 blocks later, I'm drenched, and I think, okay, this ain't L.A. or New York. So, but having said that, obviously, it's a very joyous place. The people, the food, and obviously the music and the vibe there. And it was just wonderful that for once we got to shoot a movie in the actual location as opposed to mimicking a place that really made for a more authentic film.
And how was it working with director Nima Barnett?
I just absolutely adore Nima. Nima is really responsible for why this film has the sort of artistic tone that it has. Her background and her integrity behind just frame by frame, she just really paid attention to bringing forth a really special film, visually and tonally.
Now, this was cast. It was the entire crew. It was financed, distributed by all African Americans.
Yes.
So how is that dynamic chemistry on set? Is it different than previous projects you've done?
Well, I think it's more about the fact that it was a small film that wasn't some big budget sort of situation. So this sense of all of us sort of rallying together, it felt like boot camp, and everybody's intentions and hearts were in the right place. And it was important for us to make a film with that we could be proud of. And I think everyone had that goal in mind. And so we just were in the trenches every day doing it, and to have seen it and really feel like we accomplished something has been really rewarding. So, obviously the crew is fantastic. To shoot a film in, I think, just over a month's time is pretty miraculous. And so we had to have gotten along, and we had to sort of do it as a team and collaboratively, and I think we pulled it off pretty well.
Were there any scenes that stuck out in your head? That you shot that kind of stayed with you through the day?
Yeah, I think the times that there are a couple of, I think early in the film when we first go on the search party and we're out in, I guess, where we're literally walking through water and there's mosquitoes everywhere and it's in the dark and we've got the flashlights and that for some reason was really eerie. Just being out there because you really felt like it was real, and then I think anytime we did anything outside, I think just because Louisiana itself is a character, and it really permeates how you feel and it just the vibe of the whole film. And just constantly being in this state of complete chaos and the frantic search for, the only child that you have, obviously that stays with you. Mm-hmm.
So what other projects are you working on now? Like what's up in the
I have
future
a couple things in the works. I just finished a pilot with Cuba Gooding Jr. for Fox called Guilty that hopefully we'll hear about soon. And so I was in New York for a couple of weeks doing that, which was really rewarding and great. And just a couple more films sort of that I can't really talk about, but hopefully will pan out and work out well. But constantly moving forward, but really excited about this film. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my last question for you is, what do you think AMC moviegoers will get after watching Woman Thou Art Loosed?
I think they'll just get a complete story. I think they'll be surprised at, I think especially because there is this weird thing that happens when you think you're seeing a faith-based movie. I think it's more universal than just sort of reaching out to the churchgoers. I think it's a complete film with great acting, and it's fast-paced, and it's just a complete story that from start to finish I think won't disappoint. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're really looking forward to having it. Don't forget, AMC moviegoers, Woman Thou Art Loosed on the 7th day will release in AMC theaters on April 13th. Sharon, thank you so much for the
George.
interview. It was great to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.